Hi guys, happy Monday. I wanted to jump on here today to talk to you a little bit more about change and goal setting. And obviously in ULA, we're all about goal setting and becoming the best version of yourself, because when that happens, when you become the best version of yourself, you shine a light and the world sees it, and that's how we're going to change the world. But I want to talk about why people don't want to change. And it's hard. Change is hard. And I know that because I have always been one that has really had a hard time with change when it comes to work or family or activities or anything. If you change up my schedule and my things and what I am normally doing, it rattles me a little bit, and it's really hard. So when you're thinking about goal setting and changing, when you want to improve an area of your life, and let's talk about like the 7 F's of ULA: fitness, finance, family, field, faith, friends, and fun. When you choose one of those that you're like, if I can do this, this is what will drastically change my life in the next 365 days. One of the biggest reasons that people don't want to change is they don't want to, it's forcing us to look at where we are right now. When you decide to make that change and you do your ULA wheel and you answer the 7 or the 10 questions in each of those 7 areas, sometimes it's hard for people to understand, to really get real with yourself, where you really are. Because I think so many times we kind of put a Band-Aid on things, and we know it's there and we know it needs help, but if we just kind of ignore it, we don't have to face it and we don't have to change it. So I think when we make a decision to change something, let's say in the area of finance, well, guess what? You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to look at your bank statements, and you're going to have to look at your debt, and you're going to have to look at where you're spending your money, and you're going to have to really get real and see how bad it is before you can start to make the changes. And I think that's what turns a lot of people off when it comes to making changes. Same if you want to be healthy, if you want to lose some weight, you have to really look at yourself and say, okay, where am I at? You have to step on that dreaded scale or make that dreaded doctor's appointment, and really figure out where you're starting. And then you set the goals, and then you do the steps. The second thing that people that stops them from changing is we get discouraged by the small steps. So wouldn't it be awesome if we could all wake up and take a pill and wake up the next day and everything would be perfect? Like the debt would be gone, the weight would be gone, the marriage would be mended, all of the things. Well, that just doesn't work that way. So when you make these big goals, there's a process that we have to follow, and it's a process of taking the action steps every single day. We get discouraged when we look at something and it seems so huge and you think, I'm never going to get there. There's no way I'm going to get there. But if you just do a little bit each day, you will eventually get there. And it's going to take time. It's not an overnight cure. It's not an immediate fix. All of these things, if you want to really improve your life, they take time. It takes time to get you to where you are, and it takes time to get you back to where you want to be. So you have to really keep that in mind. It's a process of who you are becoming. So you have to go through that process. And a lot of times we can take the little steps, or we can feel like it's just too much and not appreciate the little steps along the way and turn around and stop. And that's what a lot of people do, because it's like, oh, I'm not even making a difference. Nothing's even happening. You give it a month and you lose 2 pounds, or you pay off an extra $200 and you're like, oh, this is just, it's not working. But you have to really go through those motions to get to where you want to be. We're always expecting these big things to happen. And if you just commit to doing the little steps every day, I know, people that follow ULA and use the ULA framework and are using the digital platform, you'll see us post 300 steps, 500 steps, 1,000 steps. Well, those are little steps. We drank our 100 ounces of water. We made a phone call. We paid a certain amount. We went to the gym. Those are the little steps that we're taking to reach our goals for our big picture. So don't get discouraged by that. And don't get discouraged by really looking at where you are, because we all have to look at where we are. And, use it instead of using where we are, use it to motivate the change. Say, this is where I am. This is not where I want to be. And then take those action steps to get to where you want to go. So I know it's possible because I am doing it. I am living it. I am loving it. I have been following ULA for so many years, and, it's hills and valleys for sure. And, it's such a process, but it's always something we can come back to. And, even when you go through the hard times and you kind of step away from things and figure stuff out, that's okay. But you can come back to that framework and know exactly how to get your life back on track. So just a little bit of wisdom today that I wanted to share. I hope you all have a great week. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.